We're still hanging out at the St. John Ambulance Training Center. Of course, I'm joined by my good friend, Ian. Now, Ian is going to tell us a little bit about winter concerns when it comes to things like hypothermia and other cold climate issues. So let's talk a little bit about what should people really look out for when experiencing hypothermia.
Usually we talk about the problems occurring either with spot cooling or overall body cooling.
Okay.
And spot cooling, of course, wind is your big enemy. Wind on exposed skin is your big problem there.
Yes.
So we talk about frost nip. That might be that little white spot that's formed on that cheek.
Okay.
If it gets a little worse, we're into frostbite, and now that white spot has turned kind of yellowish in color and hard and waxy to the feel. And of course, the third level is frozen tissue. That's more commonly people going out cross-country skiing or snowshoeing out in the bush, and a couple hours later they discover they have frozen toes. It's that kind of thing. Now, with all of our cold weather remedies, it's always gentle treatments for them. So for our first two, frost nip and frostbite, gentle warming without friction. So as long as your hand has decent warmth to it, just your warm hand over that white spot is all you need.
Oh, good idea.
You don't want to go into extremes there. You don't want to get out the blow dryer and blast that thing or rub the dickens out of it, right?
That's right.
Now, for the frozen tissue, that's medical for sure.
Okay.
Don't even think about trying to thaw those feet out in the bush. You're not going to like the results. So get them back to the hospital, get them admitted, and then that's in the care of the medical people. Now, our other problem is overall body cooling, and of course we call it hypothermia. Moisture is your big enemy. They're always moisture and cold weather combination, and so hypothermia starts as the body core temp begins to drop and we start to shiver. Core temp drops a little more, we're shivering harder. If core temp drops a little more, we're shivering violently, but also the blood that's returning from the outside of the body is too cold for the body's liking, and it will actually shut down peripheral circulation. So that what that means is the brain is going to start losing out on its blood and oxygen supply, and therefore, in addition to that violent shivering, they're going to be getting just a little bit confused. There's nothing dramatic yet. It's just kind of a, you know, it's just that sort of thing. And then, if it drops further still, in an effort to conserve energy, shivering stops, and that's when it's becoming dangerous for the person, because now that oxygen depletion in the brain is building up, and so they're going to be getting increasingly more confused, disoriented, and just tired feeling too. And then an odd thing happens a ways into this, and I can't give you time frames because there's too many variables, but a ways into this, the body will try to warm itself up, and the capillaries that had earlier shut down, it opens up, sends out this surge of warm blood, but now to the person in their confused state, all of a sudden they feel too hot and they start ripping clothes off, dry off the skin, nice soft towel, wrap them up in those nice warm blankets, safe, gentle way to bring them back. And when they're back to a state where you don't have to worry about choking, warmed fluids, but again, no extremes. You don't want piping hot, so you don't want strong caffeine, and absolutely no alcohol.
All right, well, that's why, like we mentioned earlier, it's very important to be prepared before going out on any trip, whether it's in the vehicle or just out and about, like cross-country skiing. Thank you so much, Ian. I've had such a great time here at the St. John Ambulance Training Center. I've learned so much. I actually probably will have to look into your classes.
Look forward to seeing you in a class.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.